received the laptop 2 weeks late. When I got it, it was great. It was spectacular. It was exactly what I thought that I paid for. I paid a lot extra for a lot of the upgrades. I paid for the warranty. I went the whole 9 yards with it. It lasted about a month. I used it maybe a handful of times, and after an update, which was brought to my attention by one of the tech support people on the first call, they made me aware of the fact that their update might have affected my hardware. So we went through a whole bunch of steps trying to get it back in the working order. I handed the mouse over to him, and he tried to fix it. And then we had a tech support guy come out. I had to take a day off of work to meet him here because they don't work in non-working hours. And he replaced the motherboard, which was apparently going to be the issue. We tried to turn it back on. We got a little bit further than what I was able to with the original issue, but we weren't able to get all the way. We came up with another code, BX900-800-2C, C2. And it stayed like that for about another week or so while I kept calling customer support every day when I would get off of work, and we would walk through it and we would try to restore it and we would try to do all these other things and everything else. And kind of at a certain point, I got very frustrated. I asked, can I just send it in? You guys can fix it and send it back. So that took about a week and a half in order for the whole process to be done. I did get it back. It was still not in working order. I still had the same error code, and inside of the box, they just gave me a work order saying that all they did was to replace the wireless card, which was never an issue. It's never something that was brought up. So from there, I spent more time on the phone with tech support, talking to them, passing them out to them, allowing them to go through everything and try to find some kind of resolution. At this point, I've probably spent about 20 hours talking on the phone with them and having them go through the computer and try to fix it. Still no resolution. Still unable to log in. Still showing the same error code. Everything is still in shambles. So I'm starting to get very frustrated with them, and I eventually got to the point that on one of these calls, I just said, well, look, I paid for a warranty. Can you guys just send me a new laptop and we'll just start all over? Like, obviously there's something that was faulty on your end that made a product that I bought from you faulty. And they denied my request. They said that we were still having to go through at least 6 more steps of red tape in order for me to be allowed to get a new laptop. And that went on for another 2 days, another 6 hours of tech calls, and we went through more steps and more steps and more steps, and we finally got it to the point that I can log in. And after all of this, I'm at like 30 hours. I took a day off of work. I had to send the laptop in, and I just have a barely working laptop, a non-working graphics amplifier, and a still malfunctioning video card. And there's nothing that is being done about any of this, no matter how much I bring it to tech support's attention. All that they've done as far as a positive move, a move in the right direction, is they gave me a person that is handling my case personally. But that also comes with its drawbacks. I have to call within a certain amount of time. I have to call during their hours and reach them while they're not working on other cases, which has become a headache as well. Diagnostics have been run on it. It doesn't show any issues with diagnostics. Performance does not show any issues. I've tried to restore it. I've tried to bring it back to factory settings, like fresh out of the box. We were unable to do that even. It just, at this point, it's a very frustrating back and forth between me and tech support. recent as an hour ago, I was on the phone with them trying to get through another thing that there was issues with. That was a call that was made on their end. That wasn't a call made on my end or management end. I think I just finally ran into a sympathetic support team member that just scrolled down the list of different calls and different issues that I brought up, and it was all brought up in the past 2 months, and saw that I've called 60 different times, and kind of said, well, now that I know your system and I know everything that's going on, I'll work with you. The resolution that I'm looking for is simply to just have a working laptop. Like if I could send them this one and they could fix it and make it to where it's just brand new out of the box, or send me a new one, however it works. Send me a new graphics amplifier, because that's still possibly an issue that's been brought up by some tech support members. I don't know. All I know is that I'm behind on work. I am behind on writing. I am behind on things that I'm trying to do that I bought this laptop for, because I have to constantly go home every day, and instead of doing this work, spend hours on end just to get it a little bit closer to possibly working.
Apologize.
The only thing that I might want to add is if anybody is going to purchase an Alienware, even after seeing this video and reading reviews, that I would recommend getting a 5-year warranty, because if I'm having all these issues after a month, there's no telling what's going to happen. It's not helping me, but I mean, compared to the ditch that I would be dug in without a warranty, I am better off. So if you are going to go this direction, you'd be better off with a warranty.